All right. Let's turn on the fire first. Are you ready? So hopefully by the time this goes out, you are sitting by the fire, a whiskey or something neat in hand, all the presents have been ripped open, and you're swapping some stories with your family about 2025. And that's exactly what we want to do. We want to tell our story for 2025 and look at some of the highlights, some of the lowlights, and everything in between. Oh, it's a great sound. Bit of a heavy pour, but it's Christmas, so nobody will judge. I'll just have one now to settle the nerves before we start. Oh. Okay, let's start. And you can't talk about the start of the year unless you talk about the massive amount of snowfall that we had. Now, maybe you're from a country where snowfall is a regular occurrence. In Ireland, when snow falls, the country will simply shut down. And that's what happened at the start of the year. Now, we're quite lucky. There's a yard full of machines here, albeit no experience in snow removal, but we are fast learners. So David, John and myself did our civic duty, clearing out local homes, local businesses, local houses who were in need. And I was beginning to think that with all these calls, I was going to end up with an incredible amount of cash and my mattress was going to be bursting. However, all we got was a couple of thank yous and a couple of coffees along the way, which, to be fair, was more than enough for us. But as soon as the snow came, it was gone again. And we were up and running. We started off by investing 2 new vehicles into the fleet. We also added on a new mechanic, and we ended up having our busiest first quarter ever. We finished off the quarter with a trip over to a Bobcat UK and Ireland dealer meeting, where we picked up a Dealer of the Year award, which is proudly displayed in our cabinet as you walk in. April Q2, which could only mean one thing, and that is Bauma, the world's biggest construction event. And it's quite a novel thing when you travel to Bauma, because you fly out of Dublin Airport to Munich, and the flight is predominantly male, and the flight is predominantly wearing the exact same clothes and all half know each other. And it's quite entertaining when the air hostess asks you, is this a stag? And for some people, Bauma can be classified as a stag. For us, we went over to check out the new range of Bobcat 1 to 2 ton excavators, as well as seeing some of the mega machines that are on display. 100-ton excavators, massive loading shovels, and huge dump trucks. It is a trip, if you have not done, I wholeheartedly recommend that you put it on the bucket list to go do it. It's worth the cost and a trip you'll never forget. From there, I was back home to Ireland, and we had our inaugural Adare Machinery night out at Thomond Park. We got to see Munster play, and unfortunately they didn't win, but it was a great night out, and it's something that we are definitely going to do year on year. May then was a personal highlight, because that was the month that we got a couple of Bobcat track loaders wrapped. Now, depending on who you ask in your organisation, you might get a different opinion on this. If you ask David, he might say that it's a complete waste of money and he doesn't see the value in it. If you ask me, I am completely on the other side. I think it's one of the best money that you can spend in your business. Branding your equipment, getting your name out there, and no better example than the Mitra Solar T86 with a custom wrap. One of the best looking machines that we have ever seen in the yard. Just warming up by the fire. And in 43 years of doing business, we had another first. And that was delivering the first ever Bobcat TR 60.260 rotary telehandler. Now, there has been hundreds. In fact, there has been thousands of machines that have come to the yard, and arguably this is one of the nicest ones that we've ever delivered. A machine that does it all, has dozens of attachment options, is spec'd up to the gills, and arguably looks a lot better in white than it does in red. Now, we have done a full review on this machine that you're going to have a chance to enjoy and get up close and personal with over the next few weeks. And then we're on to show season. We do 2 shows every year. Tullamore Show and the National Ploughing. The National Ploughing is the big one. We try to go bigger and better every single year. Now, this year we did ruffle a couple of feathers along the way. First of all, we did a insight into how much the ploughing costs us every year, which certainly got people talking. And we also got kicked off at the National Ploughing Championship site for making a little tongue-in-cheek video about the build-up and what you can expect at the ploughing every year. And of course, we almost caused a stampede, and that's what's going to happen when you're going to bring Finn Walsh and Bobcat hats together. And I swear, if we had 100,000 hats, we would not have had enough. So if you didn't get a hat, we're very, very sorry. We are going to do it again next year, and we are going to bring even more. And ruffling a few feathers might have continued into October, when we decided to do a competitive testing video on all the 1 to 2 ton excavators in the market. Who would have thought comparing previous relationships to Tinder to machinery brands would get so many people talking? Well, wait till you see what comes next when we put all the main brands up against each other in a series of videos to see who can be crowned a winner. That will certainly get people talking. One of the things that David and I have spoken about this year is investing back into the business. Now, you'll always see us invest in new vehicles, upgrading the fleet year on year. But this year, we went for planning to expand the workshop facilities. And the first of 2 new buildings has actually started in November. And we're going to document the whole thing from breaking ground to pouring concrete, getting the steel up, with the goal of creating a best-in-class workshop facility. And that is something that we are really excited about. Cannot wait to show you the process, and more importantly, cannot wait to show you the end result. And then, of course, it's December, where we take part in our 2 favourite annual Christmas traditions. Number 1 is our Christmas ad, and a massive shout out to James and his mum and dad for helping us out create this year's story. We hope you all enjoyed it. And the second Christmas tradition, wrapping a Bobcat. And this is where all my own kids, our nieces and nephews, all of the family come together, put on Christmas songs, get as much wrapping paper we can find and wrap a Bobcat. So to the comments who said that it was AI, it was a cardboard cutout, let me assure you it is real. And I may not even take the wrapping off and leave it till next year. And there we have it. A quick recap at the year 2025. A huge thank you to all the staff here who work tirelessly to support the needs of the customers. And we are so fortunate that we have the best team in the industry. And likewise, we have a great partner in Bobcat, and I'm constantly saying the same thing. It is a very, very exciting time to be a Bobcat dealer at the moment. And of course, a massive thank you to all our customers who entrust us with their needs to support their business, to allow them to grow. I've said it often and I've said it before, we are only getting started. So a very Merry Christmas to you. Thank you for everything this year. And here's to a very prosperous 2026.